Hello everybody, good evening to you. This is Series 3 in the in TSK's Tristar Hidden Treasures Series 7 baseball box break series here. We're going to be opening that box in just a minute, but before we do that, I want to have a special announcement. Primarily, I wanted to make sure that you guys knew to take advantage of the shipping discounts for those of you guys that purchase multiple teams. I saw one bidder in particular who purchased multiple teams but didn't purchase simultaneously. What you got to do is when you finish the auctions, when each team ends, don't immediately pay for that team if you have other teams that have not been resolved yet, because you won't be eligible for those shipping discounts until all of those teams have been won and are in your checkout queue. So wait until all your teams have ended, and then when all those teams have ended, go to the checkout and then purchase all those teams at the same time. That way you're only paying once for shipping, because I want to make sure that everyone knows that going on. I don't send out invoices. I found out how to do it automatically through eBay, so I don't send out the physical invoices. So just make sure that for the next breaks and things like that, anyone who purchases more than one team, to make sure to check out all the teams at the same time, so that that discount can be applied. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. Also, please be sure to watch to the end, because I have another special announcement. You guys are really going to like this one. It's something that I'm going to try and implement in these future auctions for the breaks, because I think I'm going to focus more on baseball now, because of the lower turnout for the football breaks. I think it's primarily because it's off season, but anyway, so we're going to go right into the meat of that here. Let me see. So I guess I can start this off now. There were 9 out of 30 of the teams that were claimed for this one, so that's good. We have Barry Sanders fan with the Dodgers, Cardinals. You've got Kalani with the Red Sox, Yankees forever with the Mets, Orioles, Yankees, and Cubs. We've got I'm Jackson with the Nationals. We've got Giants fan with the Giants. So that's again 9 out of 30 bidded with this cycle. We had 16 out of 30 last week. It might have had something to do with the change in the buy-in. I just thought that was necessary because I hadn't seen any breaks that were for $1. But you know, it did pretty well. I think just as more people see these, it's gonna even out. So anyway, this is what we're working with, and hold on for a minute. I'm gonna cut so I can get the official ball. Hold on. Alright guys, we're back. So here's the official box that we're going to be breaking. As you can see, fully factory sealed. So it's authentic, hasn't been opened, brand new. So this is the box that we're going to be opening for this break right here. And we're going to get right into it. Again, the teams, Dodgers, Cardinals, Red Sox, Mets, Orioles, Yankees, Cubs, Nationals, and Giants. So let me get a trusty knife here. Try to make sure that you can see this as much as possible. Okay. And when the player is revealed, I have to do the research. I always got to do the research to make sure that it goes to the proper team, because of my rule that the player goes to the team that he's played for the longest. So even if he's played for multiple teams, and even if he got, you know, a whole lot of accolades and awards and things from one team, it's who he's been with the longest. So you want to make sure that there's a particular player. Here's the card. There's a particular player that you're shooting for, that you do the research to figure out which teams. You probably already know if it's a player that you're gunning for. It's empty right here. So just, you know, if you're player hunting as opposed to just team hunting instead of the other. So here we go. Who is this? Of the year. Check to see who this is. Ben. Oops. Oh wow. Excuse me. So Ben Grieve. So former LV Rangers, Joe Manager, Time Greed. Okay. So it looks like potentially Rangers. Let me check. Again, do the research. I'll be right back. Hey guys, alright, we're back. So after doing some of the research on our buddy Ben here, turns out he spent most of his time with the Oakland Athletics. So the Athletics, and the second most time he spent was the Tampa Bay Rays, and neither of those teams were bid on. So again, this is just generally what happens when you have, 21 out of the teams that weren't bidded on. I know there was a bidder that wanted to bid on more and he missed the auction. As a reference, I don't do any retroactive bids for teams after the auction is ended. That's why I think if you watch the item, it'll notify you like an hour before the auction ends or something like that. I think that's what happens with auctions that I've watched and things like that. So just in future, make sure, you guys can watch it. And check, to make sure that if there was a bid that you were trying to get in, or there was a contested bid or something, you wanted to make sure you got the ball, then you can do that. Now, since no bidder won the ball this week, we're on track. This is going straight into the announcements that I had. We're on track for potentially getting a mega break potentially next week. So I'm not going to go into a whole lot of the details here, exactly what the mega break is, but it's basically a guaranteed win. Somebody outside of me is going to get something. We're basically going to keep going. I don't want to give away everything. It's going to be really, really fun. Again, if all the teams aren't bidded on next week and somebody wins it, great. It's about, if not, again, we're going to make it so that somebody wins something, one of the balls or something like that. So it's something you definitely want to participate in. Make sure that you bid. All of the bidders, all 5 of you guys for this particular break, I may have something special for you guys if you show up for the next break. It's definitely going to be looked upon favorably. I don't know, like if it needs to go to the mega portion of it, then it's definitely going to help you guys. So Barry Sanders fan, Kaylan E, Yankees Forever, I Am Jackson, and Giants fan, you 5 individuals, I'll be looking for you guys. And it's going to be really cool. I'm excited for that. And how, again, if a ball isn't drawn that somebody from a team that somebody won next week, how we're going to do the mega break. But it is imminent. And there's a way to trigger that without I think, and what I'm going to say is that this type of a mega break situation happens, or I'm going to say it happens if 4 weeks go by, so 4 break auctions go by, and no bidder has won a ball, no bidder has won bonus 1. So if that happens, then a mega break is automatically triggered to make sure that somebody wins one of the balls. Now, it can also be triggered. I had like other specifications the first time, and maybe more times, but definitely the first time when these 3 conditions are met. All 30 teams are won, so all MLB teams. Only 10 of them are won by minimum bids. That means whether it's $2 or $3 or whatever, they're going to keep it at 2. That only 10 of those 30 go for $2. And then having 15 different bidders. So that one I think is going to be the hardest. I may alter that depending on how things go. But that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. So if it hasn't been, even if somebody wins one, and then the next week, if all 30 teams are bid on, only 10 minimum bids and 15 different bidders, then we'll have another mega. And I'm thinking preliminary, the mega is probably going to be opening more than 1 box, and then you guys having multiple chances. That's what I'm saying. Definitely want to make sure you take part in the break next week, and invite other people for their fans of other teams that you don't want. Obviously, you want to make sure that you'll be able to get your teams, but for others to help make sure that mega breaks and things like that can happen, because those, I imagine, I love opening these things. I have access to a lot of them. I can get a lot of them, so it doesn't bother me at all. So again, thank you so much for participating. Oh, of course, and I can't forget bonus 2. So bonus 2 is based on how many teams were won, and Yankees Forever won bonus 2 with 4 teams, with the Mets, Orioles, Yankees, and Cubs. Second place was Barry Sanders fans with Dodgers and Cardinals. So Yankees Forever. Oh, I forgot to bring down the I forgot to bring down the official pack that you're going to be getting. But it's the just check the other videos that I've done, the baseball videos. It's I believe it's by Upper Deck, and it is the 1994 unopened pack. And I specify everything in the listing as well, but it's nice to show it. But you will be receiving that along with the summary sheet that I send in with everybody's order, and that will be shipped out. I think it'll probably be shipped out by the time this airs. That's what I'm hoping to ship this out earlier in the morning. So anyway, thank you guys for participating. Again, looking forward to seeing you for the next break, which should also be up by the time that you're seeing this as well. And we are on track again for a mega break. Something crazy is going to be happening next week, so make sure that you're a part of that. And again, thank you so much for participating. And this is TSK signing out. Talk to you guys next week.